in CSGO right now. He really is performing outstandingly well.
And Happy is a great comparison between 12 months ago.
Yeah.
You look at his trajectory over the past 12 months, and it's a joy to watch how he has evolved. Anyway, we're underway. D-Man, take us away for the pistol round.
Yeah, I'm hoping he is the pistol, not a knife. They're going to go straight in there. Maniac immediately on shock, going down long A. And this, I believe, is the opener. Of course, they did have the highest seed, chose the side, which, no doubt about it, Envy, of course, chose that CT side. It's the strongest side on this map. MBK, though, trying to stop this push on towards A doors. They are going to shut down Existence, and this is looking like Titan are running into a strong force of Envy.
Yeah, 4 men waiting in line for them, just lining up the shots towards Kenny S, who's the one doing most of the return fire. But frags traded, and it'll be Titan who come out on top with Apex and RPK both in. Smiths and MBK out, and this is the opportunity. Oh, sniped off by Happy, who we were just talking about, a player in real form. And that's a hat-trick to close out the pistol round, and Envy to calm their nerves.
That is exactly the start you need on the CT side. You're just going to shut down your opponent instantly in a map that's already very tricky to clock those rounds upon the T side. And with Happy, the man, that honestly confidence will just be oozing from him now. Calling those shots, getting in position. And that was a fast rotate, actually. We didn't quite catch the start of it. We did see, obviously, the push coming down long A, but they were fast to react. And Titan were a little slow to get in on the site here, and we're going to see possibly a second setup this time around, though. Happy already on the M4 in round 2.
Interesting to analyze that, actually. Had they got that call wrong, because first frag came into long A and they instantly overloaded the site. Had they got that call wrong, the retake over on the B site would have been something to watch. But regardless, slither of damage and all the damage done to Shox as he is picked off. What will they do to follow this up? Existence is lying in wait. And we see that the Envy side have no idea right now where Titan are moving to.
Nobody showing signs just yet. Everybody nervously throwing out those flashes. Only one grenade left, actually, MBK. So we'll see where that goes. Of course, those 3 Tech-9s can create a lot of damage. Everybody on Titan with that armor as well. So this is a pretty heavily invested second round from Titan. Happy, though, is going to spot them just coming up the ramp, which means the call will come out. The rotation not coming just yet from Envy, but you can see Titan starting to move into position. Oh, that's not what I want to see. That's for sure. Existence trying to creep his way in there, but...
On the other side, we can see that frags off camera are going on. It's going to be 3 frags to Titan. And losing out is just Smiths on a 1v4 after plant. And here he is. Now we're back with him. And he has a job that he doesn't fancy. And we'll take that Famous and get out. What's interesting there from Titan was they didn't commit to that A site until there were 30 seconds left on the clock. Team Envy had no one out feeling because they lost that opening frag. They could not risk a single, scouting player. And so what they had to do in the end was sit back deep in both sites. And that gave them no knowledge. And that allowed Titan to strike on that A site.
Nobody's actually managed to pick up that M4 yet. I'm trying to see whether it was Happy that had it. I'm trying to see whether anyone's going to find that. See if they've not been able to get it, or it's a position they couldn't find. Smith does get himself an exit kill there. They'll be happy with that, but less than happy with the second match. And this is something we saw in the offline qualifiers, and actually a lot of the tournaments that have been happening lately. That second round, it is such a big deal. And we saw Titan, they invested heavily, they got those Tech-9s, they got that armor, and it's put that round on the board. MBK, though, he's got that shotgun. We'll see how he makes use of it, a couple of CZs, but this is surely Titan's round to win. They are pushing heavily along that long A. You can see the bomb. Is it going to make its way down ramp? Happy just waiting with that drop. He's going to try and boost up, try and get himself a peak Existence. You can see with the X-ray on is nearby. I think he just got a glimpse of him. Gets a good tag and the frag. Existence down, and Happy opens things up.
Nice work. Maniac follows up with the revenge as we go to 4-4. And Shox is coming straight around the corner, and RPK showing no signs of rustiness, picking up his second frag in 3 rounds, will lead that Titan assault as it begins to make its way up through the ramp. And Kenny's gone a long way across long A and is right in the A site, taking on MBK any second now. And it'll be Kenny who gets that frag onto Smiths.
really wants to try and get up close, get that surprise factor, but they're not falling for it. You can see the molly going into the corner. He might just be able to surprise one. Is it going to be enough? He will take KennyS down. Pops around the corner, doesn't get the second. RPK will take him out there. Kyoshima, the last man standing, trying to push in. RPK only on 4 health. He could land this frag. Doesn't quite catch him. Chases him around the corner. Will pop around. That 5-7 should be enough. Will get the shot, but Maniac gets the revenge. And it is this 2-1 for Titan.
Really nice play there from RPK. Knew exactly how many points of health he didn't have, and basically was, I shall be the bait. Give me just a few seconds to get my teammate in here to help me out, and then I will bait you all day long. Nice play, and happy there. You see the highest KDA from all the team leaders, and that's an interesting stat because so often the leader, the captain, sacrifices a bit of his talent to be the voice of the team.
1.19, I think it was. It's incredible. I was talking about it earlier, but once again, we have Titan. It looks like it's going to be another A push. We can see there is a bit of probing going on over at B, though, but Apex comes in. Can he get that opening frag? Oh, Shock's on so little health, but they will get the shot in. He gets himself a second. KennyS goes down, and that attack has been stopped dead. RPK, the tank, can he make his way through? He could be 2 quick, easy frags, but Shocks gets himself a third. My God, Envy are just stopping them dead at A.
We're going to go tit for tat in rounds here if Titan can't do anything about it, as Existence knows that he has a bomb to recollect. Interestingly, the Titan player's gone searching for frag number 4, which is Shock's 4th as well, and he has just Existence left. He's coming around, and he may well be on for this ace here. Shock's pushing in now. Oh, Existence escapes.
Well, Happy. He's running straight into his hands. That pistol will be enough. And just like that, a 4K for Shocks, and Happy win cleanup duty. And Envy stopped that attack dead for Titan there. That was really, I mean, Shocks on the pistol with that 5-7 just boosted on the box. That's all he needed to stop that long A push, which Titan had done every single round, in fairness to them. So they were sat ready and waiting for it. Let's see whether Titan adjust, of course. They have got that AWP now in KennyS's hands. Let's see if he can make use of it.
Yeah, we've traded round for round thus far. No one really able to take initiative, and I think the uncertainty will favor Titan at the moment. As by Apex. Just poking long A. This is where it all went wrong for Titan last time around, and Happy is joined by Shocks, and the pair of them are more than welcoming with those 2 AKs trained on what's about to be the assault from KennyS, and that AWP not doing this time. He can't catch a sliver.
Just, oh, he will know. He knows someone's trapped into that corner. Shocks is pinned. That grenade would have been spotted. KennyS holding the angle, and they're just going to wait for this one. They've got Tech 9s, remember, just rushing straight in there, so they could pop around that corner, but they're still laying in wait. 3 members of Envy are sat ready. KennyS being patient. Instead, he's going to try and push forward, but Happy is there, and that will get one down. Can he get the second? Existence will drop, and just like that, the Happy and Shock show manages to take down the entire Titan team.
So what I was watching on the other side was Maniac, because once you knew everyone was in long A, what was Maniac going to do at B? Could he mix it up? Could he draw out any of those players and, you know, put a seed of doubt into him? In the end, he couldn't. He did isolate 2 players out there, but wasn't able to actually change the perception of Team EnVy as to where that attack was coming. Anyway.
Full eco coming out from Titan this time around. Of course, as we said, there's just that one deagle in there. Apex has picked that one up. Let's see if he can try and get some long openers on there. He's trying to land it on Shocks. Doesn't manage to get too much in. Just one shot going on. Wasn't the same though. Shocks didn't get a reply on Apex, which you would expect. Maybe a little bit of nerves there with that AK-47 early on. Stolen out of the hands. Yeah. Trying to create something. Force somebody to show around drop, but MBK not falling for it. Kyoshima holding that angle. Boosted on Smith's head there. Smith's just, it's all right, just chilling down the bottom there. He's got to take his time. Let's see. It's going to be an A push once again. This has been the 6th round running, actually. They forced this A push, not choosing to go towards B. Apex looking to get those openers, but MBK is in position ready. The rest of Titan, they're going to try and push on through with these pistols. Can they work?
Now, all day long, Happy is going to mow them down with the help of Shox. They have now just RPK to find, and RPK does start with Plum as he headshots down Happy, but will go no further than that. And EnVy get away with 3 men left standing at the end of that round. 4-2, looking good for EnVy at the moment as they finally build a little bit of a lead, but Titan have proved that they can snatch things back. Time for a mix-up, though. Time to say, Long A, you've served your purpose. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, Shox actually with the AWP as well for EnVy. We are seeing Kenny S this time around. Not successful in his first attempt over on Long A, but it is a full buy. No armor for Maniac, but Shox with that AWP will find Apex. That is the opening frag they absolutely wanted. Does back away. And that's going to give pause for thought for Titan here to see if they can try to create an opening. And look at Shox, he just peeked himself out, found himself the frag, and then has retreated all the way back. The Titan side now don't need to move, and sorry, the EnVy side don't need to move. They're sat with Happy pushed up on mid, Shox and here have control of A, and then Kirishima and Smith deep with the help of MBK over on that B site, which is where this assault is going to make its way. This is their first B push as well. We'll see if it's successful. Kirishima is holding the angle. Smith's getting ready to move. Kenny S just looking to see create any opportunities. We can see in the X-ray, of course, there is one just around the corner. Kirishima peeks out just at the right time. Maniac does get the revenge. That is the AWP down. We see Existence picking it up, switching it out. Smoke's going out. It's a B push. They're going in. Here we go. Maniac leading the charge for Titan, but that trading Kenny S is not acceptable, and Maniac is going to follow suit as MBK picks himself up that frag. He's had a difficult round to try and get into here, but he's going to see all the action now. RPK will follow suit. MBK goes 2 for 1, and the third frag comes in from Smiths. But it was that second frag. When Shox opened up on the fragging, great, but 4v5 they can still do. But trading Kirishima for Kenny S with that AWP in the position to open things up was something EnVy were always going to be happy to do. Absolutely, you can see his stats. That's across all majors, just 1.6. But look at that, 2015, he has been on fire. Let's see if he can light up a little bit in this game. He is currently top of the board for Titan, but we've yet to see him land one of those AWP frags that he's so well known for. It's going to be a fast push, but that grenade should do a lot of damage. Happy with the AK, they're just running straight into him. It's just going to mow them all down. And that is the bomb covered off. This should be a safe round for EnVy. Just Kenny S remaining with that Tech 9. Yeah, the opening 4 rounds looked like we were just going to have one of those real slobber knocker matches. In the end, what seems to be the case here is EnVy have gotten into a bit of a groove, and big players on that Titan side are really struggling to show. Kenny S has been isolated out of this game thus far. Happy with a 4K, but you know, when this pistol's running straight at you on the ramp, it's a nice one to get. You can see, look, that stat padded him nicely now at the top of that board, but it's definitely working out well for EnVy. But let's not write Titan off just yet. This is Cobblestone, remember. This is a heavily CT-sided map, so everything could easily change should Titan get a couple more rounds on the board. We do see a Galil coming out this time from Existence. Everybody else on AKs. Everybody with head armor as well. So this is a heavily invested round from Titan. A lot of smokes, flashes, even a couple of mollies in there as well. So it's going to be an A push. I feel they're going to try and burn them out over this long A, which has not been too successful outside of those opening few rounds, and it's because of this man on your screen. Shox doesn't land the opening shot this time with that AWP, but he has been defending that long A site very well alongside Happy. This is the assault that we've needed to see from Titan. They get 3 players coming out towards B main area, and once they get here, they can't go any further. They get isolated, and they're waiting for something to happen. It's going to be Apex and RPK going A to try and pull out other players. That'll unleash these 3. MBK lying in wait, and he'll be the one to see action. First frag goes the way of Existence. MBK down and out for the count. On the other side in that A site, RPK has got himself the frag onto Happy. Shox out as well, and this is going right to plan for Titan. They're 2 men to the good. Smiths and Kirishima looking to hold on. Maniac waiting for someone to come around the back. It's going to be Kirishima, and Maniac will just about get there. Smith's last man standing, 1 on 3. Can he do it? This is a big ass. Existence is low. RPK just peeking around, but Kenny now has that AWP. Not what you need. And that is his first AWP frag of the game on Smiths. And somewhat an unorthodox approach from Titan, sneaking around the window there, especially with MBK
maybe spent a little too long trying to toss that molly out. Maybe if he would have had his gun in hand, but you never know. It was definitely the right tactic. Burn them out in that drop, but 6-3 now to Titan. Titan, again, fully bought up, as you'd expect after winning that one. We are going to see Shox again with the AWP in hand. Let's see how it works out against KennyS.
Variation played through for Titan that time, and KennyS may now have what he needs to influence. Shox naded out, holds firm, waiting to see someone come around the corner, and that was his chance. And Apex escapes. Now they know he's there, and he'll have to retreat. Positional
change as well for Shox and Happy here. They haven't got long A covered at all, which has given Titan the advantage. You can see the bomb already moving up fast with Apex straight in towards that long A site. They will know that they are coming, though. You can see Happy. He's already got himself hidden away in that cubby, ready and waiting for someone to pop around that corner.
Kenny, yes, coming towards him. These are the two heavy hitters right now, the two form players. We go head to head, and it'll be Apex who says, you go first, it's okay. Happy finds the first frag. Must have heard Kenny. The nade comes in, Happy stands firm again, and now will try to escape out of there. Uses the flash to go through, and Kenny at point blank just comes out on top of Happy, but it's cost him a lot of health.
He ran out of bullets. He ran that simple as it was. If he'd have had an M4A4, he would have worked, but he wouldn't have been as stealthy. Existence gets himself one on Smith's. MBK taking down Maniac as well, but Existence not going to work out. Kayoshima will shut him down, and suddenly Envy, with the help of Happy in the smoke, are looking so good. KennyS is still alive. Is he going to choose to just back away and save these weapons? I'm not too sure. Regrouping. I think it may well be a change of heart here. You can see RPK could make the move. Don't have the time. Can they hold on? Kayoshima is looking. He's hunting, but I don't think he's going to find anyone. And Titan, well... oh, no, Kenny! Oh, Shox finds him. That is a big, big frag, getting that AWP out of his hand.
Massive opportunity there, and Shox took it. Dispatches of the AWP, and look at the money left on that side. It's a different round if KennyS escapes from that round with the AWP. They can use him to hold down to create enough damage in one site for the rest to try and rush something, but without it, they can't. So awesome play after the clock down there, and Envy 7-3 to the go.
Shox once again down in this ramp position, does get a sniff of RPK, does see that grenade coming down, but doesn't land the shot. And again, we see Titan trying to work this opening. Apex the man, pushing along long A this time, but no Happy to stop him this time around. Can he get himself in a position that could make a difference? Shox could actually get him on the side of him. Happy will come through. That's one down. Shox knows his position, but now he's up against an M4 and not a Tech 9, and this is not the place to be for an AWP. And Apex will get himself a second, and just like that, Envy will open wide.
There was no need for Envy to come that aggressive against one AK. A little lost as to why they did it. Now they're up against 3 weapons, and one of them is an AWP in the hands of KennyS, and he knows how to use it. Dispatches of MBK.
But look at this, a positional change. It draws all of Envy over to A, and Titan creep along in towards the B site. It is going to be 8 seconds for Smith to get there. You can see, is he going to be quick enough? I'm not sure. Existence, they are creeping. They're going without a call. Smith seems to suspect, and now he sees it. He will get the bomb carrier. Maniac goes down, but he's up against 3 members, gets himself a second. Apex down. Kaishima now in a 1-on-3, seemingly an impossible task as he tosses out the flash. Will try and get KennyS down. Can he make it? Existence and RPK holding steady. Bomb plant in. Time against him, but he gets the incendiary down.
Here we go. Kaishima gunning for the ace. Has little time to make it count, and Existence and RPK will close it out. Almost from Keo, picks up the 3. 7-4 the score on the board, and to go back to the positioning on that A site, Shox pushed all the way up into ladder room, super aggressive, and then Happy just ran straight into it as he tried to cover down the long A. Just, there was no need for that level of aggression against no weapons.
Yeah, however, of course, with, like you say, that Happy, as soon as he lost that M4, it put Apex in a really uncomfortable position. And those Tech 9s can be deadly. Happy this time around, covering off that top long A. Shox will rotate once again, actually. He is going to go back down in towards this ramp. It hasn't been too successful for him yet, covering off the toxic approach, but instead Apex, you know, making his way through. He has definitely been the difference on this long A site. Let's see if he can find another.
Yeah, Shox was at his most effective, just peeking his head out, finding a frag and retreating, getting a tad bit of information in the process if he didn't get a kill. When he's in ramp room, that's a lot harder to do. unless they're at the top of the round. Now he gets his opportunity, and KennyS reminds us all what he's capable of. Happy will return the favor onto Apex, but KennyS still going strong, looking for frag number 2, gets it, and this is Titan really in the driving seat in this round, and the wind beginning to fill their sails.
4-3 advantage. They do manage to push through. Maniac gets himself another. And now it is just Kyoshima and MBK to clean things up. The bomb was loose, but RPK quickly puts pate to that. And MBK, now the last man standing, hiding out on the A site, trying to keep hold of his weapon. But I'm not too sure we're going to see Titan allow this one. You can already see Existence and Maniac on the hunt, trying to take that weapon out of his hand. He's managed to rescue himself an AWP, but look, KennyS is going to see him as soon as he comes into the open.
MBK, you wouldn't want to be him right now.
No. I mean, maybe, just maybe, he could get one of those. Oh, that's going to give his position away. As soon as he rattles that shot off, he's waiting. He finds Maniac. He's like, come and get me. This could suddenly get costly if it works out for him. MBK, of course, former AWPer many, many moons ago. That was a role he's given up in the days of. Envy finds the feet of Existence. Doesn't quite get it down. Existence will chase him out. And that is another round on the board for Titan. They are making it work for them. 5 rounds on Cobblestone is a very good start for Titan.
Yeah, really nice start from Titan. Coming back, remember, they've 3 in a row. It was 7-2 at one point in the half. Looked like it could slip away from them. No longer the case. And Titan are back in this one with a bang. Has a big part to play with the role that KennyS has been able to get comfortable with that AWP. Definitely feel that also in the, I guess you could call the second half of this first half, they've mixed up the strategies. They've shown something a little bit different. Long A is now just a means to an end, which could be B as well. We'll see, though. They're going long A, and they're going to run into trouble.
This is what worked out well for Shox last time around. He is going to get another one. Gets down KennyS and Apex as well. Shox is on fire. RPK does manage to shut him down on that long A. It seems to work better with pistols. Like maybe he should stick with it. But at the moment, we do see Maniac. He's making his way through onto site. Smith's trying to hide out, but that molly will find him. That's going to burn him out there, and Existence will force him away. Kyoshima and Happy needs to rotate. He's coming around with that AWP, but he's going to be a little bit too late to the party as Maniac gets himself one. It's now in a 2-on-1 situation. It's possible if he lands the opening frag.
With the second opportunity, can't quite get there. Will now push up on Existence. Connects with the headshot. Awesome play from Happy. Can he finish off the job? No! Maniac picks up the round. It is 7-6. EnVy's lead has been eroded.
Fantastic performance so far. Just looking across the board, looking at the frags, Happy is miles away from his team. He's really stepping up on the board. But you could say the same for really anyone. I mean, Shox is also in there, of course. I think probably 5 or 6 of those are with pistols so far as well.
To jump back to that earlier point, Long A right now is just the opening salvo. First, again, they went into Long A in that last round, but the match ended up on B. And that's what's changed. That's what's turned 7-2 into 7-6.
Yeah, and they are really starting to make it count. Full buy, though, from Team EnVy. You can see all the flashes. They've got the rifles, so this is a round they absolutely need to pick up here to really have a hope, because 6 rounds on Cobblestone as the T side is a very, very good start to the day for Titan, no doubt about it. And they have to be careful. That molly is going to find its target. That's MBK not quite burning out, just steps back from that one. He knows that Existence is coming. Pops himself out, flashes, goes down. There is 2 raids ready and waiting for him. MBK will find ahead. Smith gets the second, and just like that, the B push is stopped in its tracks. KennyS is going to try and take a peek, but everybody's already backed away.
KennyS a little late for that party as Smith fires off in towards the smoke. Apex and Kenny looking to navigate their way into what was MBK territory. They lose RPK on the other side. Those two now having to go for broke on their own. Don't have much knowledge of where the incoming CTs are coming from. And Happy dispatches of Apex. It leaves Kenny all on his own. And he'll go no further. EnVy picking up their first round in 5.
Yeah, absolutely. A much needed round for them as well. They'd invested in it. Now we see the AWP coming out. Happy is going to have that one. And we'll see how it switches up. Of course, Shox this time with the AK. So changing out the long A approach between the 2 players. Happy, 19 frags to his name so far. Of course, let's not count 5 of those. They were an eco rush straight into his AK-47. So Still, nonetheless, you've got to land those frags. Let's see if it works out for him. He is going to be covering off long 8, but it doesn't look like Titan are interested this time around.
And that's the strength and depth that this team have with his AWPing abilities. And he just pokes his head out, connects onto RPK. More importantly, he says, I saw absolutely no one in mid, and I killed the only guy that was there, which tells the remainder of his players that the B push is real.
Bomb already in position. There go the set smokes. Everything moving into place, but Kyoshima just rattling those shots through the smoke. Will he manage to get another one? Just going to fire off a couple of free shots. Doesn't quite land the Maniac. They're going to try and rotate, but Happy tries to sneak around the back, and that's now giving up that AWP, and that may well be a big mistake for Envy.
Maniac double frag. Kyoshima and Smith both dispatched. Maniac has control of the B-bomb site momentarily as MBK gets off the job. And now we have 2 players left standing. Shox is alert to the fact that Apex and Existence may have been pushing all the way around towards B, but they doubled back, and now they're going to single out MBK for special treatment over on that B site.
Shox is making the move. He realizes it's happening. MBK's called for backup. Will he get it in time, or will it even matter? Because MBK just finds Existence, gets himself Apex down, and well, just like that, MBK holds steady from what could have been a really topsy-turvy round for Envy. They got that opening frag. They absolutely had to pick up that round.
MBK at the end there, he was sandwiched. Luckily, he got the move on them quickly, but it's not luck. That's his movement. He knew when to go. And in the words of Andy Gray, take a bow, son. He won that round singly for them at the end there. Great play. 9-6 halftime.
9-6 half-time. Is it a good half? That's the question for Envy. It's going to be playing in their minds. This pistol round, this opening start to the second half is going to be vital. Now, if you cast your minds back, it was actually Titan that lost the pistol, but got the second round. So is it that important? I mean, this is something that we're talking about. You know, Hiko and Anders were having that discussion on the desk, and seemingly so. You know, if you can invest well in the right place and catch the right person, it can turn around quickly.
Look at that scoreboard. Top fraggers on both sides are probably exactly the names you would have picked out at the start of the game. Happy and Kenny S living up to form.
But more importantly, Maniac is performing. That's what, you know, he was the guy that everybody was singling out, and he was pretty vocal after Katowice, the offline qualifiers, in saying, you know, this is getting to me. The amount of feedback that he's getting is like, this does affect you. Well, feedback is one clean way of calling it, but he was getting definitely flamed pretty hard. But he's performing. He's doing well. He's been picking up a lot of the end kills as well in these rounds. We'll see how it works out. Of course, the teams will have quick discussions between the halves, get themselves ready for what could be a massive second half. Of course, it's not only obviously a place going through to the winner bracket, it's French pride on the line here, no doubt about it.
Yes, the guys from Vacom were here at the beginning of the map getting there, and right there now. This is a grudge match of all grudge matches. I mean, what's interesting to think about, go back, what, 6 months ago after what was called the French Revolution, these 3 teams, and picking the absolute, picking a winner out of those 3 was impossible at that point. Now, Envy have made it look relatively easy.
Well, we'll see about that. Titan definitely have other ideas, because we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of the map. First game of the day here at ESL One Katowice, the first major of 2015. And currently Envy, who are one of the favorites for this tournament, are having a bit of a torrid time against Titan.
Massive round this if Titan are to claw their way back into this game. Apex is going to be the man to see action. Deep in the A side, he and Kenny S going to see action. Shox is going to bring the action. Frags Apex, Maniac down as well. This all off camera as Maniac returns the favor and Happy goes down. So go frag for frag. Kyoshima going to lead that assault as Envy are ready to push over to B. Yeah,
Maniac actually got the one in drop, and then they've immediately rotated, but you can see Envy, bit of counter rotation play as well. Shox, and that's going to just completely throw them, because now he's landed that frag. That's going to keep Envy in position. We can see it's Kenny S that's actually going to be the one, I think. I'm just going to have a peek across. It is RPK, actually, the one man that's across on his own. Existence going to sneak around the back. Will find Apex. Doesn't get the kill. RPK will shut down MBK. Kenny S replies. Now they have to make tracks, because B is the site they're pushing on. The bomb plant is going in, and now it's a 2-on-2.
Kyo and Smiths versus Kenny S and Existence for the round and for the opening salvo in this second half. Existence leads the charge. One to his left, one to his right. They've shown, and Existence gets the first frag. It's Smith that goes down. Now they'll move in and sandwich down the last man. Kiyoshima picks up the first frag, has only 40% of health versus Kenny 70, but it won't be enough. Kiyoshima saves the round, and for 2 rounds in a row, and a 2-on-2 with Team EnVy has seen one man do it all.
And look at that, that's his 7th 1v2 clutch in 2015. He's a man to have. And honestly, I'm not even sure whether the bomb time, I think the bomb time was already gone too far, but when you come out on a clutch on that, the confidence boost that's going to give to the team, just like that, they already get that opening T-side on the board for EnVy. And now you can see the Gillials are out. There's an AK in Kayoshima's hand, the man that just single-handedly took that round, but Kenny S tries to rattle a couple of pistol shots, doesn't quite get the kill on Kenny S, but it will take him low enough to back away.
They retreat out of harm's way. Maniac sporting the scout this round for Titan as they look to use him to hold down this B site. I thought they would have loaded up A little more as a result, but hasn't happened, and Team EnVy knowing that with the weapon advantage they can afford to just be a little more patient.
Yeah, using that CZ as well just to follow up the drop. Like the place, it's actually been probed and poked, but you can see, certainly on our screens, NBK, Smiths and Kayashima making their way straight up the ramp instead. Existence does go down from afar, and now, just like that, EnVy are all over the A site. Kenny S comes around the site, gets himself one. Can he get a second? Kayashima is low. NBK are in the open, will manage to get himself a second, and just like that, it's a 4-on-1, and that one scout that they had is all that now remains for Titan.
Textbook play from EnVy there, waited and took the opportunity as it presented themselves. They still have 4 men up, albeit 3 of them on semi-low health. And Maniac left very lonely with perhaps not exactly the weapon he'll want. He will get the opportunity to exact some French revenge as Maniac gets himself the knife frag. We'll know that he can't get the defuse, but will...
He's going to certainly make it expensive, yeah. Definitely making it count that. And he did wonder, Shox was the last man. He was going to try and stick around. Tries to get himself a rifle. May get a third here. Oh, Happy just at the end. Shuts down what could have been a magnificent end for Maniac. But it is the 11th round on the board for EnVy. They are starting to clock them up with just 5 to go now to make it through to that winner bracket. It's starting to look good on the T side.
At the end of that round, there were exactly 9 points of health between the 2 EnVy players that were left alive. Happy 22 frags on the board, though, is really setting the agenda. Break 30 before the map is out.
Well, you can see, of course, Titan have tried to stack out the A site, expecting another A push. They are on the full eco. Just those P250. It's not going to work out, though. It was the B push where they should have been defending, but instead... that grenade is going to do a lot of damage here, and Happy should get himself another hatful of frags here. Straight through the doors. No doubt about it. No armor to stop that AK-47 ripping through them. Existence with a long-range pistol and NBK. He tries to turn it into a second, but the bomb plant is already in. And Apex now just the last man standing with a P250 cartel, which Anders, of course, will be happy to see.
Going to be 12-6 for Team EnVy now, and they... very much in the driving seat. Titan haven't been able to get their CT side really going thus far, and this will be their opportunity for a buy round and their opportunity to really show us what they're made of. They don't have much of a cushion left. If they were to lose this and be back on a save, they'd be staring down 14. So big round for Titan here. They must pick this up.
Absolutely. So here we go. Full investment. AWP for Kenny S. That's what we'd expect, but I believe it's a glass cannon. I'm not seeing any armor coming in for him. M4s for the rest of Titan. And quite a full assortment of grenades, but they will start things off. AKs, of course, all across the board, apart from actually one Galil being hung onto by NBK, so we'll see whether that plays into maybe saving for that AWP for his team. But 12-6 is the score, and Titan need to get themselves one on the board here.
EnVy just prowling for the walls area as they look to take control of it, and RPK will fall back onto that bomb site. He's going to see a lot of action any moment now, and Existence will be there to help him out. Slowly does it for EnVy. Nading out and ready to open up the flashes in towards that B side. It will be now that EnVy make their assault.
Go on the minute mark. Out go the smokes, out go the flashes. RPK just hiding behind that fountain, hoping that he gets support. Existence is there. Kashima will go down. RPK unseen so far, just hiding, lurking around that smoke. Will get himself the bomb carrier down, but MBK quickly gets the revenge. Happy cut off on the side there. And just like that, Smith is the last man standing. Will get himself a second though. He's not done yet. He got the bomb plants in. Not quite. Not quite. Tried to get it down. And now a big round, honestly, for Titan. They had to pick that one up, and a quick rotation, no doubt about it, from them. As soon as they saw that molly come out, they quick rotate, and they got themselves into position. They did lose the AWP, but Kenny manages to retrieve it just towards the end.
Yeah, they seemed to know exactly what was coming the moment they saw that first assault, and got over towards B and defended very well. We decided that was a must-win round for Titan. They did exactly that. Mixed bag of tricks coming from Team EnVy in this round as a result. And they're going to try that, or something similar, once again. Yeah,
complete contrast to play, honestly, what we saw at Titan. We saw them pushing that long A site round after round, but this time EnVy very clear in what their objective is. Just keep on stacking out. Oh, that grenade is really going to find its target. Oh, I think it actually just pitted between about 3 of them there. It doesn't matter. It is going to be MBK pushing straight through. EnVy on site already. Kenny S already down to 10 health, trying to hold out in that smoke. Not going to quite land the shot. He's going to get point blank. Gets himself one on Shocks, but Apex is not done. He keeps around. Smith is low. And this should be Titan cleaning up, but no, Maniac suddenly the last man standing.
2-on-1, Maniac going to have to bail out this Titan side from losing around against a weapon-deficient Team EnVy. But the bomb isolated over on that B site. MBK picked up with the win. Maniac delivers the 2. And he reminds everyone exactly what he's capable of. Lovely play from Maniac to close out that round and save it for Titan, who are now 2 in a row.
Absolutely stepping up for his team on the CT side, and now the top fragger for Titan as well. Fantastic performance for them so far. Here we go. Titan, what are they going to do? They're going up against pretty much an eco coming out from EnVy here. We do see those Tech 9s, a couple of CZs, but it is going to be a fast move into B.
Here we go. RPK will lie in wait. His nade does do damage to Kiyashima and Shocks, and they will then come looking for vengeance, but RPK will open up with the first. Should be able to buy enough time for the cavalry to come in with the help of Existence and Maniac. They close out this round. That will be 12-9. This is a very close one. Over on the other match being played right now, LGB lead Penta by 10 rounds to 2 on just 2.
Yeah, solid start from LGB. Really working out well. Of course, remember, the winner of that match will face the winner of this match here on the stage as soon as this one concludes. Currently, it is EnVy 12-9 up, but Titan picking up now 3 rounds back-to-back. Are starting to get themselves some momentum here, and that's exactly what you need on the CT side of Cobble. We've seen a change, though. EnVy switching things up, running fast through the ramp.
MBK leading that assault as he will go head-to-head against Kenny. And Maniac and Apex help themselves to the frags, and Titan are down quickly as Shocks is left alone. He gets the first, gets the second and the third. Will he get it all? No, he won't, as that hat-trick is stopped in its tracks, and Titan pull us back to a 2-round game.
It's quite ironic, really, that Kenny happened to have an M4 and not an AWP in his hand. Up close range, gets himself a stack there and sets it up nicely. Instead, that AWP didn't quite work out. So, Titan now clawing back the lead that EnVy built up, of course, over on the CT side. It was 9-6 the first half, but now with 4 rounds back-to-back for Titan, they keep on going. And another pistol rush coming out from EnVy straight into that ramp. Looks like it's going to get shut down clean by Apex. Gets himself 4. The 5th will elude him, though, because it looks like Maniac will take that one. And a simple round for Titan.
Lovely play from Titan in the past 5 now to pull this one right back. Nerves will be very fresh for both teams. All of EnVy's confidence will have been eaten away from them. And It's now time for EnVy to remind us why they are the reigning major champions.
Yeah, and it's something, if you just think back 2 rounds when they did run straight through with the ramps, they had AKs. That was an invested round. It didn't work out for them. They tried the fast play, and Titan were very much ready for them. So it seems EnVy are just a little caught in themselves. Shox saw the pixels. We can see it quite clearly, of course, with the X-ray, but all he gets is a little flash of pixelation difference. But going back to my point, EnVy, they seem a little caught in their ways. They're not really sure. Like, the B push wasn't really working for them. They tried 2 fast A pushes. That didn't work. Now they're going to try to slow things down, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a prod and push towards the B site once again. Happy smoked out currently in that drop site. We'll try and work through. MBK is going to be alongside him. But you can already see, certainly with the addition of X-Ray, that Titan are very much ready for this.
Yeah, the problem is that they wanted to go A, and not being able to isolate Kenny, you just don't want to take that risk. So they have had to make this push, and now we're going to see whether it can work for them. And they need to get Shox in a good position with that AWP to open up this B site. And that's going to be pretty challenging when Existence is laying down the fire. Oh. 3 frags for him, and 2.5. And Maniac comes in, and that will be 6 straight rounds, 12-12, tie game. Titan looking good.
Wow, this is nerve time for EnVy. Will they lose the opening match against their rivals, their French compatriots, Titan, who honestly are starting to look a little unstoppable on their CT side, really setting up a good defense. We talked about 9-6 the first half. It was a very good T side from the Titan guys. And now, it's not even the Kenny S show, it's just everybody is stepping up to the plate. Everybody is performing. You look at the frags across the board, it's actually pretty even spread, so there's no man single-handedly carrying them through. Kenny S will miss the shot over on long A. This is definitely going to be a change around. NPK will get Apex down, and that is going to be EnVy pushing onto A site.
Yes, and Kenny S only has 53 points of health going up against them. They needed to move quickly, and they really didn't. They doubled back down into the ladder room and have held, and that's allowed a Maniac to come in. We'll see whether they can do anything about it. They were expecting something counter-aggressive from Titan, or they were trying to make them think that there was a B push. I'm not sure what the thought process was, but Maniac pushes in, tries to capitalize on the flash, gets one, but is traded, and MBK will get there before he is dropped by Kenny S. Kenny S pushes out, and will go through. The interesting point is Kenny S should close out this round. Does another 2 frags there. He's only Happy to go. Kenny has 3. Will Happy go any further? No. So the interesting point there, pushing the man down into the ladder room and flashing out. Yes, it was a 1-for-1 trade, but he saw everybody. And that allowed them to know, right, this definitely is an A push. Kenny, you can then go and pick up these next frags. That little bit of information, though it cost them a life, won them the round.
Absolutely, and it was Kenny, of course, that flashed him in there, so they were ready. They knew exactly what they were doing there. They read EnVy completely, expecting that setup. And now, it is absolutely force time for EnVy. You can see, trying to get what they can. It is just a Tech 9 for Smiths. We've got AKs for MBK, Happy and Shox, but a Galil for Kayashima. They have managed to get the head armor on. And again, it is another creep towards the B side, but they're walking straight into a very good set defense that's worked out so well in the past. And RPK completely unseen, will just mow them down from behind. Nobody checked the corners. NPK does get himself one, but just like that, Titan will once again secure themselves. And as soon as they've got weapons on this B site, EnVy have just not been able to get near it. And they really are setting up so well. Apex there, you can see his score across all majors. Really very well played for him, 1.22 overall. But more importantly, he's actually the bottom fragger for Titan right now. It doesn't matter. That's just the point. Titan, everybody on Titan is stepping up.
Well, the interesting thing to look at is EnVy, their T side has been terrible. Yes, they won the pistol and converted, but subsequently they've won no rounds. They don't have a T side, it would appear, here on Cobblestone. MBK and Shox picking themselves up frags and looking to try and make me look a little more sillier than I already do, and that will be another one for them. Maniac is the one who will finally stop that attack in its rut, but it'll be Happy to come through, and RPK dropped by MBK. And oh, suddenly it looks so easy.
Suddenly, well, I mean, that was a big round for EnVy, no doubt about it. And they actually played it fast and loose. They just managed to get straight in there. However, They lost a lot of weapons, which will force them a little bit. They have managed to get everything on the board. But the problem is, Titan have won so many rounds back-to-back that they have all the money for days. And now we see an auto sniper from Existence.
Just because he can. And there is certainly still more of a mountain to climb for EnVy. The KennyS will be boosted in when looking, and is unable to see anything up on the mid area, and will just retreat back. But Shox is the one who has to win this duel. If he can win long A, then he can anchor an attack in towards that site. The reality is, though, Happy is just keeping control of halls, and the 3 players that are about to make their way into the ladder room are yet to really be happy with any direction that they go. Shox still meandering down that long A area.
Well, that last push seems to have got Titan second-guessing themselves a touch here. They've definitely adjusted positions, making sure they don't get caught out. They're defending deep on the A site. Apex is about to get a heck of a surprise. Could he try and sneak one through the smoke? They are working their way up ramp. He's covered away, though, and that molly will find its target, but Shox will get the kill, return, while he burns hot-footed around there. Maniac, he's tucked in the corner. I don't think they know he's there. Tell a lie. Koyoshima lined up, ready for it, but he will get down one. The bomb plant coming in, and now it is just Existence to save. He's going to run away, not going to challenge it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be all square. 14-14. What a finish to the first game of the day.
Well, suddenly a great round from Team EnVy. If you judge based on the reaction time of the rotation what Titan knew of that EnVy attack, they didn't know much at all, because RPK didn't move until it was way too late. And the only one who really could have changed that round was Maniac, sat all the way deep in the bomb site, because they had no idea he was there. In fact, he possibly could have waited there out a long, long time in there.
Oh.
And then he will lose that auto sniper at the end as well. So 14-14. T-Man, where's your money going?
Oh, I gotta be honest, I still think it's Titan. I'm just seeing what they could buy for this one. They have had some solid defensive rounds, but good 2 rounds from EnVy. Has that suddenly give them what they needed to get over this finish line? Titan have been defending well, but it's actually EnVy that have switched it up. It's been 2 A pushes that have gone themselves those last 2 rounds on the board. Let's see whether they stick with it or whether they try and sell a dummy. You can see on the mini-map where they're going. The question is, oh, this is going to be a fast play, it seems. They're just going to rush straight on towards that B site.
RPK will be the man who's had a great game thus far, waiting with them for the open arms, and Shox delivers for EnVy. Now they might have an opportunity here. Opening 2 frags, they should get in that site. Lost damage on Smith, but this is looking really good for EnVy.
Oh, KennyS doesn't manage to land the second, gets Koyoshima down, but has to back away, and you already see Titan are going for this save. Oh, it's a little bit slowed down there. I thought Happy was going to catch up to him, but they're going to try and save that weapon. KennyS just in the open. Happy didn't quite catch a glimpse of him. But this will be match point for EnVy. Titan now down 15-14 after what was looking like an incredible CT side. After a great T side, EnVy get themselves 6 rounds on the board on that T side, and that's exactly what they needed.
That's the sign of champions. That's why they win a major, because they can just flick a switch that turns a terrible half into just enough. They're going to have this map point. It's an open game. We know that Titan have the strats to be able to hold off or to resist a T push from EnVy, but really a little bit of class from EnVy that you have to admire.
Here we go. Final round, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be EnVy or will it be Titan forcing it into overtime? What a start to what will be hopefully a magnificent major. You can see just shy of 400,000 of you already watching for game 1 of the tournament on at 2 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. Who would have thought it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see how it works out. It's going to be a fast push, and just like that, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but that immediately gives all the information to Titan. They know where they are. KennyS being pushed. He tries to go for the no-scope. It's not going to work. Smiths is through, and EnVy are onto A side.
Here we go. RPK is going to be the man who's going to have to save it. Can he roll back the years? Or will Happy shine through? No, RPK gets the frag. He and Existence up against 3, but one of them is MBK, who has just 2 points of health. Something tagged RPK as he was going away there, and he's low, and this is it. 3-man after plant. RPK in Existence. Existence with an auto sniper to have to make the difference.
One single shot will give his position away. That will. Shox, though, flashed out. Is it going to be enough? Oh, no scope in auto sniper does the work. He manages to find the second. Will get ignited, but MBK lands the shot. And just like that, EnVy will take victory. 16-14 in the first match. They will go through to the winner bracket, but what a first game we have here, Tosspot.
Boy, did Envy have a scare. Titan took them all the way down to the wire with a great CT side. But Envy flicked a switch and they pulled it off. That last round, the crucial moment was the speed of the attack. Katowice didn't know whether to retreat all the way back up to the bomb site. He got caught on the CT ramp and was going to go nowhere afterwards.
And talking about NBK, you know, Happy was miles ahead in the frags. 28 he ended up with. NBK caught him up. He really stepped it up in those last few rounds. He is the man we're going to hear from as well once we get this interview set up. Of course, you can see the team's French pride was on the line. And of course, they will congratulate one another. Very close teams, no doubt about it. Hell, let's face it, they were on the same team at one point.
What a way to start the tournament. Are you not entertained? 16-14 going all the way down to the wire. And a reminder that the top echelons of CS, anyone can be anyone on any given Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, you had to get that line in there, didn't you? Hi, Sir Scoots. Thank you very much. But yeah, wow. Who will join them? That's the question. LGB were 10-2 up last time we heard. We'll try and get those results as soon as we know them, of course. But for now, let's get over to the stage to have some words from NBK.
Thank you so much, guys. Words escape me. I mean, Nathan, first of all, congratulations on an amazing, amazing first game. We couldn't have wished for a better one. I guess the question on everybody's lips is, talk us through. What did that feel like?
So we started pretty confident on the map. We know it's not one of their best maps. They didn't practice that much. We have a very shaky city side with us 2 anti-eco, which was very bad from our side. Then, yeah, on the second side, we lost 2 versus 1 against Maniac. That kind of put us down. And yeah, then I had like a series of good rounds altogether. And luckily, in the end, the headshots went on our side, and we managed to get the key rounds. And yeah, very, very solid win, in my opinion, because we were taken down and we managed to come back up. So we're very happy.
Now, Maniac, obviously, we spoke to him before, you know, he played phenomenally. I mean, what's that like when you see somebody that's really getting in their zone and they're up against you in a game like that?
Well, it's still one player in the team, so you try to continuously play on their weaknesses, and that's what we tried to do. We tried to adapt our game. We went on the B-bomb side at the beginning because we knew they were weak on that spot. It didn't work out. We got completely shut down, and then, yeah, we just went free on the map and started using our skill, and yeah, we're glad it worked out.
Now, I have to ask, because I was watching it, you know, to see that kind of that lead that you had, kind of then come back, what do you say to the team in a moment like that? How do you guys get yourself back on form, saying, all right, let's pick ourselves up, we can still do this, that belief?
Well, it was mainly at the middle of the second side. Yeah, we were leading 12-6, and then they managed to win 14-12. And yeah, at that point, we knew that some rounds had to go on our way. It didn't. But yeah, at that point, we just said, okay, let's start over again. Like, let's go back to the basics. And yeah, that's just what we did. We just played grouped against their weaknesses. I mean, we tried to play against their weaknesses, and yeah, it just went our way because we managed to get a headshot faster than them at that time.
Well, buddy, I can't say absolutely congratulations. A phenomenal game. I mean, I'm sure watching at home, watching here, the crowd was phenomenal. We couldn't have wished for a better one. You guys progress. Let's see who you've got next. But of course, in order to talk about that, there is a man, and I'm passing it over to him now, and his name is The Machine.